Hi everyone and welcome to day 2 of the British Nutrition Foundation Healthy Eating Week, and today we are going to be looking at labels. So the information I'm going to be talking about is relevant to the UK mainly, but people who are following me and listening from around the world, the information about the labels won't be relevant, but to do with the foods will be relevant, and to do with portion sizes as well. So when we go shopping and when we actually purchase food, we need to be thinking about different things to do with having lower calories and lowering salt, making sure that things are not high salt content. Also, we need to make sure that we have reduced sugar and we have a lower fat and saturated fats. Now, if you are buying processed packages and processed foods and it's got low in fat, what usually happens with the low in fat is that they actually put additional sugar in. So be aware of that. Sometimes it's probably better to go for the normal one, but just reduce the size of the portions what you're having. And the other thing is possibly cook from scratch. So actually prepare things rather than actually buy them in packaging. Prepare the meals for yourself so that you know how much salt and how much sugar's going in, so you can actually control what's being given you. So know your labels. I'm going to read the leaflet for the British Nutrition Foundation so that you're getting the information what they want you to receive. So what is a nutrition claim? A nutrition claims on packaging tells you about what a product does and does not contain, or what it contains in an higher or lower amount. This includes important nutrients such as fat, sugar, fibre, vitamins and minerals. Here are some examples. So they've got a source of calcium. Most contain at least 15% of the reference intake for calcium per 100 grams. Low sugar is a product which contains no more than 5 grams of sugar per 100 grams for solids, or 2.5 grams of sugar per 100 mils of liquid. High in protein, it's at least 20% of the energy value of the food is provided by protein, and reduced fat contains at least 30% less fat compared to a similar product. As you can see above, the nutrition claims are only permitted on products that meet certain criteria, which are set out. These are set out by the EU regulations. If you go on the British Nutrition Foundation website, there is a way you can get a full list of the nutrition claims, what they recommend on labels. What is an health claim? These are the claims about how a product could benefit your health. Products must meet certain conditions to be able to allow to use an health claim. For example, to make an health claim about calcium, a product must contain at least 15% of the daily reference intake. Here are a few examples of health claims you might see on labels. Iron contributes to normal oxygen transport in the body. Plant sterols or stanols contribute to the maintenance of normal blood cholesterol levels. Vitamin D is needed for the normal growth and development of bones in children, and vitamin C contributes to the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Health claims on food labels are not allowed to state that the food or drink can prevent, treat or cure any disease or medical condition, or make a reference to a specific rate on amount of weight loss. Obviously, it can't claim those things because they don't know what it's going to do. But it's a case of trying things out and seeing how your body reacts to it. And it goes on this leaflet to say, can you trust the health claims on labels? Health claims on labels, drinks and supplements must abide by the European regulations. This is in the UK. And which means that if you see a claim on a product, it should have been authorised for use. The European Food Safety Authority is the body responsible for evaluating health claims for use in the European Union, which decides whether there is a good enough scientific evidence for a claim to be authorised. The process, so this next part, this process ensures that claims made on products are scientifically based and not misleading for consumers. We can find out more information on the EFSA website, which is the European Food Safety Authority. From the 1st of January 2021, the UK Nutrition and Health Claims Committee will advise the UK government on the scientific evidence. Obviously, that's since we've come out of the EU. Behind new nutrition and health claims that are proposed for use in England, Scotland and Wales. Now it says, who decides the wording of the health claims? The authorised wording of health claims is decided by the regulators, but companies can change this to make it clearer for consumers, as long as they don't exaggerate or change the meaning. However, we don't know much about people's understanding of the health claims and foods and drinks. So investigating consumer views around the wording of health claims is the subject of an ongoing EIT food-funded research project called Health Claims Unpacked, which aims to improve the communication of health claims. You can find out more and have your say on the wording of health claims by visiting the Health Claims Unpacked digital platform. So it's recommended to choose the green. So when we actually go onto the labels itself, so that's all about the label, about what you can actually see about the health claims, but we are going to talk about the label itself, and I'll just find a piece of paper to try and show you. I have actually printed it off in black and white, so it doesn't help. But in the UK, we have different ways. We show the way like this, and we also have this way. This is called the traffic lights one, and when we actually buy things from this, we need to be aiming for the green ones, which is under 5%, and making sure that we choose as many as them. Obviously, if the higher the sugars, it's going to be it's an energy. So if you don't use the energy, it will go around your waist, and it can also be bad for your teeth. And it can also, like I said, it can actually go around your waist. So if you're struggling with your weight loss, it may be that you're having too many high sugars or too much high fats. So it's about being careful. They've also got salts mentioned, which is 50. This is 15%, and it's saying it's medium, which is obviously going to be an amber colour. But we need to be aiming for under 5%, which the fats on this one is 4%, so that's a good one. That one will be green. The saturated fats is 7%, so that will be an amber. Obviously the salt's an amber, and the sugars is red. So it's about making sure that that's what we are looking for when we do them. So the lower levels of salt reduce the snacks that include, we've got to reduce the snacks that include fat or sugar. It's not completely removed. We've not got to completely remove it. So what I try to work my life on is 80-20. So 80% I eat healthily, 20% I will treat myself. So portion sizes, we're going to talk about portion sizes because these actually are relevant to actually declaring how much we should be eating. Now, on the website from the British Nutrition Foundation, they've actually produced a flyer like this, where you can actually decide on what's a balanced diet and what portion size to have by using your hand. So if you want fresh fruit, 1 handful or more can be used, okay? Vegetables, about 3 servings of spoons or more. 1 fruit juice is 1 small glass. If you're doing rice or pasta, it's 2 handfuls. So what you have to do is you curve your hand like that, and it actually where the rice and the pasta sits in your hand, that's classed as a portion size. So it's about using your hands to actually measure the size of what you need. So again, if you're doing handful, it is when your hand's like that, not flat out. So you need to cup your hand. Half the size of your hand. So a cooked steak will be in the palm of your hand. That's the size what you should be having, which is in the palm of your hand, not on your fingers. And let's have a look at what else. 1 medium glass of milk, 1 teaspoon of unsaturated fats. So it's recommended to have a look at this. They're saying 5 vegetables, fruits and vegetables. I would say to try and increase that to, it says 5+, so I would say try and get as much as you can down of your fruits and veg. Be conscious that if you actually cut the fruit up, once it's actually cut the skin on an apple or something like that, it is classed as, it's going to be pure sugar that you are having. So when we are looking when we're looking at the label, we are going to look at the serving size, so the number of servings within the package, and we're also going to be looking at the calories. So the number of calories is an indication of the amount of energy that will be in a serving of the food. The more servings you consume, the more calories you're going to consume. So this is important when you're having weight management. So if you get a package and if you get a package meal and it says there's 2 servings and you have that for 1 meal, you are having two beyond what you should be having if you want to lose your weight. So 2 servings from, there's an example here which is 2 servings and each serving is 250 calories. That's 110 comes from fat. This means almost 50% of the serving calories is fat. Therefore, if you consume the entire package, that is 500 calories with 220 made of fat, your general guide should be 40 calories for low, 100 calories are moderate and 400 calories are high. So we need to be looking at the nutrients as well. So label should show a key nutrients that may affect a person's health, and they're separated into 2 groups. So you've got your fats, cholesterol and sodium, which are in one group, your dietary fibre, and you've got your vitamins, calcium and iron. Eating too much fat will increase your risk of heart disease, cancers and high blood pressure. Understanding that the footnote underneath it says the asterisk accompanies daily value. So if I can find the little flyer here, I don't know whether it's actually got it on this one. If you actually look on a label, it will have an asterisk on and it will tell you the daily value, what you're allowed to have, which is based on 2,000 calories. Okay, so be conscious about what you are eating and making sure that you're not going above and beyond the levels of salt what you're taking in, the sugars and the portion sizes. Portion sizes over the years have actually gone bigger, and in America they've been big for a long time, and the UK have started making portion sizes bigger. But if you be more aware of what you are eating, I would recommend using a smaller plate, or if you have got a big plate, only put a little half on. Don't actually fill it up with everything, making lots of meat and lots of rice, because we only need to have handfuls of rice or our palm of our hand for a steak or a piece of meat. So I hope you found that useful. If you want any help at all, if you are struggling with losing weight or anything like that, please feel free to message me and we can arrange a call and see what we can do to help you be able to lose your weight and get healthier and fitter. So don't forget, I am Jo Brown and I am an athletics coach, a fitness coach. I can help you get physically active and I can also help you with your nutrition and your well-being. So I hope you found this information useful. If you've got any questions, please post on the post or message me direct. Speak to you soon.